上一期讲能看到在上海的新派贵州菜，这次讲能看看在上海的老牌上海菜也在楼上。
Recently, I was watching this reality show, this Shanghai-based reality show on the video website Bilibili. On this show is a Shanghai local senior. He's a typical 老客勒. 老客勒 is a loan word from English, with the source word possibly being class or clerk or carrot or etc. It's hard to say with certainty, but there is a Shanghai local restaurant called 老客勒, and its official English name is classic Shanghai food. But there are lots of debates about the English source word. However, there is also a general consensus of the meaning. 老客勒 sort of means an old classy gent. So this 老客勒 old classy gent from the show frequents a restaurant that looks pretty oldish and classy. I thought it's some sort of members only private club or something like that. But it actually turns out to be a restaurant that I've passed by many times, and so yeah, I am. The prices look friendly enough, at least affordable for a young classy gent like myself. I don't believe I just said that. If you've dined at such oldish institutions, hit that like. This affordable and awesome lunch begins with a pair of cold appetizers. 小桥熏黄鱼 literally small bridge smoked yellow croaker. It's basically the 熏鱼 smoked fish. This is a classic Shanghai dish, very 客勒 if you will. But the naming is sort of misleading because unlike 烟熏鱼 from places like Hunan, the local 熏鱼 doesn't actually involve actual smoking. Back in the days, the fish might have been smoked according to some food writers citing Qing Dynasty texts, but most folks today just fry their fish sans smoking. Also, according to many food authors, Shanghai smoked fish is virtually identical to those from the neighboring city of Suzhou. I did an entire video on Suzhou fried fish before, so I won't go into the details this time. I'll link the episode in the description section and add a few tidbits about the dish. Now, let's check out the other cold appetizer. 贵妃追歌 concubines drunken squab. The drunken chicken I've had many times in many places, from Shaoxing to China, Hong Kong. And squab I've had many times in many forms, from Western to Chinese, from fried to stewed then grilled. But drunken squab is a first for me. Nowadays, the little birdie is consumed year-round, but traditionally the birdie is eaten in autumn/winter because of nourishing effects ideal for the colder months, as per philosophy of traditional Chinese medicine. What's more, this birdie is drunken, as in having been soaked in an alcoholic mixture that most probably includes yellow wine, which TCM tenets prescribe as having naturally warm quality. Thus, yellow wine is also ideal in the colder months and happens to be an ideal counterweight for our next dish. 蟹粉甜豆 crab meat and roll with peas. Now, 蟹粉 literally means crab powder, but it's really made of crab meat and crab roll. Now, the crab powder I've had many times, as steamed bun filling, as fried bun filling, as a rice topping, as noodles topping, with fish maw, with fish cartilage, with tofu, with meatball, with mushrooms. But with peas, it's the first for me. The crab here is the Chinese mitten crab. As I've explained in numerous earlier videos, we Chinese often drink the naturally warm yellow wine when eating the Chinese mitten crab, a naturally cool ingredient in season during fall/winter. The next dish has less of a seasonal association. 澳鱼焖猪手 stewed pig's trotter with abalone. I clearly remember last time I had this dish was at the Black Pearl Guide Chinese restaurant of the Haipai in Suzhou. It was the biggest letdown of the meal. Hopefully it won't be the case this time. My prayers have been answered because the kitchen spared no effort in the stewing process. Even a young and classy gent like myself can help but dive in and get dirty. The strong, tough muscles of the abalones have softened, and collagen in the tendon, ligament, and skin of the trotters have melted into a viscous substance that takes on the sauce and coats the mouth with the intense savoriness and sweetness typical of Shanghai seasoning, allowing the flavors to linger and the gastronomic pleasure to last longer. Ahem! The meal's gastronomic pleasure concludes with this, 山核桃冰糕, literally Chinese hickory ice cake. Bingao feels like a richer and warmer version of ice cream, to which the ice cake is related. This Shanghainese Western dessert, much like localized borscht and fried pork chop, is representative of Western elements prevalent in Haipai or Shanghai-style cuisine, a relatively modern branch of Chinese cuisine indicative of the city's inclusive and international character. Haipai Western foods are still sold in various local restaurants, bakeries, etc., despite the litany of options for authentic foreign fares in Shanghai today, which we'll discuss in the next episode. 再见!